Hi, this is Carrie with Comfy Fitness. Today I'm going to take you through a brief at-desk workout. You just want to do each exercise for 30 seconds. There are 10 exercises, so that's a total of 5 minutes. Recommendation is to do this once every 90 minutes just to get yourself moving and get some blood flowing. All right, so here we go. If you have a phone with a stopwatch attached to it or just a wristwatch like most people have except for me, you can use that just to keep time for yourself. All right, the first thing we're going to do are some chair squats. So you're going to get up out of the chair, again, with the purpose of getting blood flowing. Sitting the weight in your heels, you're going to sit down to the chair, tap the butt down, and then squeeze those glutes together to come back up out of the chair. Now, you don't actually want to give your weight over to the chair. You just want to tap down and squeeze, engage, and come right back up. We have 10 seconds left. I'm keeping the weight in my heels and I'm exhaling on the way up. 3, 2, and we're going to stay standing. We're going to do a straight arm kickback to open up the shoulders from working at a desk and at a computer all day long. So palms face forward, and all you want to do is just squeeze the shoulder blades together and exhale as you open the arms back behind you. Again, the purpose of this, just to get some flexibility into those shoulders, get the blood flowing, and again, counter the action that we do all day long when we have our shoulders and arms rotate forward and inward at our keyboards. All right, that was 30 seconds. Next one up, you might want to give yourself a little bit more space, pushing the chair out away from your desk or turning sideways if you don't have the room. Go ahead and reach up into a large V, open up the chest, and then curl down. Pull the belly button in, and essentially lay down onto your thighs. Lifting up, reaching back, exhaling, coming down and over the thighs. One more, reaching up, opening, 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 and then exhaling, coming down. Good, come back to seated, sitting nice and tall through your spine, making full contact with your sits bones on the chair. We're going to do military rotation. So hands are going to be up in military position, fingertips to the temples. And then you're going to exhale as you rotate your chest over to the right, come back to center. Rotate left and center. Right, back to center. You should feel your core muscles engaging. I like to think about wringing out a wash rag, creating a torquing motion through your midsection. Good, then we're going to take that, we're going to do the same thing with our palms, staying forward, up at the temples, and you're going to draw one elbow down towards the side of your chair and come back up. Make sure you're sitting tall through your spine, you don't want to be slumping right now, and your belly button is gently engaged, pulled back towards the spine. Good, just a couple more to finish this off. All right, coming up to a standing position. Ooh, our hips get really tight and smashed up all day long in a chair, so all we're gonna do is just some hip circles. Press the hips forward and then pull the tailbone back behind you. Just a couple here because we've got 15 seconds and then 15 seconds in the other direction, so switch directions on that for me. All right, and then to further open up those hips, we're going to go into a runner's lunge. You can use your chair or your desk for a little bit of balance here. So bring one leg behind you. Make sure that your heel on the back leg is kicked outward, so you're in 2 parallel lines, and you're stretching this back hip open. You can either stay here if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch. Take a pelvic tuck, so imagine your tailbone, and try to curl it under you, and then release. And that's just going to give you a nice dynamic stretch through the hip flexor. You also might feel this going into the top of the quadricep as well. One more. And then go ahead, switch sides. Bringing that left leg back. Making sure your heels are in alignment. And if you feel feel comfortable here, and again, you want a little deeper stretch, go for that hip tilt. I can already feel this side's a lot tighter for me than the right was, and that is completely normal and expected to have one side that's tighter than the other. You don't have to worry about it too much, just note it and see if there's anything in your day that you do repetitively that might be causing one side to be out of balance. And again, if the tuck feels a little too intense, just feel free to hold the stretch. All right, last two exercises. Standing tall, we're going to do a little bit of standing tree pose. Again, use your chair for balance if you need. This is a great final exercise to land on to kind of find your median line and find the lift all the way from your tailbone, up through your center, out through the crown of your head. I could be easily just sitting into this hip and sinking down into the pose, but I'm engaging my musculature and imagining energy lifting out through the top of my head. You can open up the palms. If you have a progressive workplace, you can even bring them to your heart center and hold here. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can also feel free to lift the leg to varying degrees. All right, switching sides. Again, my pelvis gently tucked under me, and I'm lifting up out of the hip, finding that center line. And the same centering that you feel right here and that nice, strong median line going from the bottom of your tailbone all the way through the crown of your head, that's the same feeling that you want to be finding when you're sitting in your chair all day long. So use this opportunity that we're ending the desk circuit, finding that line to take that same feeling back to the desk with you as you sit down. All right. That was it. So again, once every 90 minutes just to get your body up and moving. Thanks so much.